Morning everyone. Bit of a cloudy day today, it's not very hot. Well, for winter anyway, it's pretty cool. What we're going to do today, bit of a car thing. I've pulled the subwoofer out of it, so I've been doing a heap of reading, and these Bose subs aren't very good. I want to pull it apart and just see what's in it and see if it's upgradable at all. I don't think it is. What I might do, I've still got a sheet of sound deadening, so I might add a bit more. I've noticed that there's 2 layers to the lid, and I'll put it on the top layer. So I want to see if there's a spot in between that I can add some more to, and then I also want to rip it all open, have a look inside, and I might be able to add a bit of wadding, or I don't know what it's called, like a polyfill, I think they call it, material. So yeah, see if it sounds any better. If not, take it apart, take it out, whatever. Everything I'll do is reversible. So yeah, I'm not gonna go cutting into things or anything like that. I think at some stage I will upgrade it. So I'm thinking I am gonna do my own oil changes and everything on the car. But I think I am going to take it back. They wanted it back at 10,000 kilometers, which is another 8,000 k's away, and I might get them to turn off the active noise cancelling, because apparently if you upgrade the subwoofer, if you do change anything in the stereo, you have to turn that off, because it uses that system, and if you go and amplify a sub, then it's way too much. I don't know what happened there. I think I put my hand up, and this thing recognises when you put your hand up to start recording and stop recording. But anyway, yeah, so you've got to turn active noise cancelling off, and I think you have to also turn off when you put it in sports mode, it has a speaker to make the engine noise sound like fake. It just pumps fake engine noise in. It doesn't sound too bad, actually. You can't pick it anyway. I've showed a lot of people, and they think there's a valve in the exhaust. It's not like a digital noise. It sounds not too bad. But yeah, if you get a sub, then you've got to turn that on. So I'm hoping in another 8,000 k's, if any of these things that I do to the sub don't make much of a difference, and I am going to upgrade it, I'll know within the next 8,000 k's. It can go to the dealer for its service, and I'll tell them to turn off all that stuff. It's not something I can turn off. It's got to be hooked up to the Nissan computer and turned off. But anyway, let's rip into it. 2 seconds to take it out. It's just literally cut one zip tie and then unplug it here. So that's the sound deadening I've got. It definitely makes a difference, because it's only plastic. I think there's a Sherwin Vega one that you buy, and then there's also a Kenwood one and a JBL one, and they're aluminium, so probably better for noise stuff. But yeah, so I don't think I'm covering any of the bolt holes up just from going around. There may be one under here. Yeah, there's one there. This stuff comes up anyway. So one there, and one here underneath. So yeah, I'll rip into it. I'll undo all these, and then hopefully that gets us into it. But I suspect that's only that top cover that I was talking about, and then there's another cover underneath. It even looks like it is heat, like sealed with heat, so that you can't get into it. So if that's the case, we're not getting into it, but we'll see what happens anyway. Okay, so yeah, top cover off, and that's what I've seen before. You think they just put one big sub in there, but there must be an amp or something in here. But yeah, pretty poor. I don't even know if you can upgrade these speakers. I'm not sure. But yeah, there. Let's measure them. Yeah, a bit disappointing. You think they just put an 8-inch sub or something in it, you'd get a lot more bass out of it. So edge of surround to edge of surround is 111 mil, which is probably about 4.5 inches. Bolt to bolt, I don't even know how you measure speakers, but 15 mil, so 6 inches, something like that. Yeah, they're not big, and they're just got no punch in them at all. I suppose that's one reason they don't put one big sub in the middle, it's because you got to have the hole through here. So yeah, but anyway, I'm pretty sure this is sealed, heat sealed. You can see it around here, it's been melted. So yeah, I don't think you're not going to crack the two halves open. The only way into this is to take these speakers out. So I'm going to take one of them out, 4 screws. We'll see what's underneath, and then we'll get back, and then we'll see if we can put some polyfill in. Oh yeah, here's a date. So the 24th year in January. I don't know what that means. That might be shift or something. Not too sure. But revision 0, yeah. But anyway, yeah. The power wise, to me, it looks like it's got 2 red wires and then 2 green wires. So yeah, it'd be hard to see what's what. I don't know. I'd say though one of those green wires might be having a trace on it, so it'll be a positive and negative sound in. And then the 2 red wires, one's going to be power, one's going to be negative. But how do you know? But if you are going to run another sub, you can't use those wires anyway. They won't be big enough. So anyway, doesn't matter. So I'll get these speakers open and we'll see what's under. Okay, just as I thought, it's a completely empty box. It says that it's a 2 ohm 5x MIP DM. God knows what that means, but I think 2 ohm is it has nothing, doesn't say how many watts it is. So you could probably Google that number there and it might tell you, but whatever. So yeah, it's completely empty. Yep, there's nothing in there. So I'm going to take that one off as well, and then I'll go and see what I've got. I don't know if I've got any polyfiller, but I'll definitely have some type of. You can even put rags in there, whatever. Yeah. So let's go and do that. So here's the wiring. Oh, okay. So it's got. How does that work? Oh, okay. Yeah. So red and green to one sub, red and green to another sub. So each sub has its own power from that. Yeah, because here you've got 2 reds, 2 greens, and then on this sub you've only got 1 red and green. So that's what they're doing, they're splitting it up. Okay, cool. Alright. Let me get into that one and then we'll go. Alright, don't tell the missus, but I stole my pillow off my bed. I thought I had some somewhere from when I used to have a fish tank, but yeah, I can't find it. Towels are going to be too dense. You really do need that polyfiller stuff, I think. So yeah, I'll take one for the team. And better to ask forgiveness than permission. And lucky she's not here. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what we want. Nice, yeah, that's the stuff. So this is pretty old, this pillow anyway. It should be replaced, so it's going to a good home. It's not just going in the bin. It is kind of folded, but kind of wadded up as well. I don't think all that's going to fit in, and it's definitely not going to fit in. I'm going to have to break it to put it in. So, yeah. I was just doing a bit of reading on the internet as well. Apparently it can make a difference, sometimes not for the better though. Because I'd say Bose would have designed this box to match these speakers without having this in there. So we'll see. So I'll just put a little bit in here. Oh, what's there? Oh, it's got like baffles and stuff. Yeah, you can't put massive bits in. And the port kind of is over here, so you don't want to go putting it too dense either. That's all I'm probably going to use actually. Obviously you can't put anything here because the speakers have to go here. So we just need another little bit. Just to go there. There is a gasket as well. I'm only doing this because I really don't want to change the speakers, and they're almost good enough not to change, if you know what I mean. Like they're not bad. If they were really bad I would have changed them already, but they're almost not. It's almost good enough to keep is what I'm trying to say, but not quite. So there we go. Alright, so we will put these back on. You do need like a little pry bar. The gasket is, I don't think it's glued down, but the gasket is a rubber, so it's, because it's been pushed down, it's a bit tight. And then we'll find out why this is not fitting. I'm pretty sure I got it in the right orientation. Oh, okay, no. So it's got to go this way. There's like a or this way. You can go one or two ways. That way. There we go. There's like a little dowel that sticks up. So that's the right way for that one. And then that must be the right way, or that way. Yeah. It's either one way or 180 the other way. Like that. There we go. I don't know if that sounds different. We could put some more sound deadening. I don't think it's necessary. We'll leave it. Leave this over here. And there was one more hidden screw just there. So vent goes this way. Pretty sure. No. Kind of. Oh, that way. No. Where's the? Oh, okay. So there's your plug. There's your plug. Bang. That must be it. Line up some holes. There. There we go. There you go. Just wondering. Oh no, you can't really do anything to that. It's got like a spider web kind of material. The sound deadening won't stick to that. Anyway, try that. I'll put this back together off camera. Actually, before we do that, probably should bolt the subs back in. Might help. But anyway, yeah, four screws, and then whatever's here, go around with that, and I'll meet you back in the garage. Okay, I was gonna leave it like this, but it might sound different because I don't have the carpet, and well, it's actually two layers. It's like a plastic core flute kind of thing, and then the carpet. So I'll put all that back on, and then we'll give it a shot. But yeah, 2 seconds, chuck it back in. I've only just pushed this down. It's not kind of. It probably needs a heat gun to get it to tack right back down again, because I pulled it up. Because that's where the screws were. But this stuff, it might be coming apart again if it doesn't sound any better. If it doesn't sound any better or any worse, I'm going to leave it. If it sounds worse, then I'll pull it apart, take that polyfill out, and yeah, and then put it back together and go from there. But otherwise, it's all easy. It's just one plug, easy as. All right, so I'll get the carpet in and we'll get back to you. All right. Well, I'm gonna call that a success. I think that sounded really good. The mirror was shaking. I can feel the door trim. I showed it with my hand. The door trim and where I rest my knee was all shaking. That never did that before. And the seat, I can feel my seat vibrating. Never did that before. I really should. Before I did all that, I really should have played the same song through YouTube Music. But I've been listening to that's. If you saw the dash there, it had 2020 Ks. I've been listening to that stereo for a long time, pretty high volume as well, just to see what it was like. And it sounded good low. Wasn't too bad. Could do with more bass. But when you get high, it just loses all its bass. That was still getting started at where you'd have to back it down because it didn't sound too good. That was pumping. That shaking the mirror. I hope you could see it in the video. I'll have a look when I put it on the computer. So yeah, that was a success. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how, that was like an old pillow. It's just improved it so much. That's unbelievable. I was reading on the internet and they said don't do it because that's what it was designed to have, and it's a ported block box. You don't want to make it bigger than what it should be. But it's definitely the lower bass kicks a little bit more, but the higher bass is where but when you turn the volume up, the bass doesn't go away like it used to. The bass actually is way more than what it is at the lower range. So I'm going to live with that for a while. I'm not going to say it's complete success because I want to do it while you're driving around as well, because I know when you're driving around it's just not enough. But yeah, that was, my clothes were moving. My jumper was moving, the seat was moving, the door card, everywhere I touched, it was just vibrating in the car. So I think we might have fixed it, but I'm not 100% yet. So anyway, we'll put up. We'll just give it a try over the next couple of weeks, I suppose. All good. I got in contact with a mate of mine at work who is a really, really talented welder. Where I work, we don't do any mold steel. It's all stainless is about the lowest we'll weld. Everything after that's tantalum, titanium, metals that I can't even pronounce. I don't know, it's some stupid, it's all for mining, big stuff. But my mate does side jobs that I found out a couple of weeks ago, and I've asked him if he wanted to do an exhaust on my car, not out of titanium, of course. I could probably get titanium for a really good price, but we don't buy titanium pipe in that. The stuff we buy is like probably 500mm diameter and an inch thick. So yeah, they could get it for me, but it's going to be expensive because I don't normally buy it. So yeah, it's just going to be stainless. He prefers to work in stainless anyway, TIG welds. He's going to do me up a set of axle back exhaust, so I can get rid of the rear muffler that's under the boot at the moment. I was going to buy a set, but it's like over $1,000. But for a 370Z, for exactly the same thing, is $300. They're just charging a premium at the moment, I think, because the car's new. So yeah, I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. You can get a whole exhaust for almost $2,000. So yeah, I'm not going to just do an axle back for $1,000. It just doesn't make sense. So I threw that idea to the side. I mentioned it to him the other day, and he said, look, I'll wad you one up, no dramas. I kind of knew he did stuff on the side, but not exhaust. I thought he was doing other things, but he said he does it all the time for his mates. He does turbo installs and manifolds and all that kind of stuff. And I said, how do you do it? You bend it or whatever? And he goes, nah, all pie cuts. So everything's going to be pie cut, no bends. So that way you maintain your circumference or diameter. Your pipe diameter doesn't squash down as you go through a bend. So I was like, oh, that's going to be awesome. So yeah, I'm going to get him to do the axle back. He reckons only a couple $100, but I'm buying the tips. So the tips I'm looking at are about 140. He's got the flange and the pipe. So yeah, he said he wants about 200, 250, depends how long it takes. But he can't see it taking, but he said no way it'll take more than a day. So yeah, he's happy to do all that for 200, 250, we're not too sure yet, and then another 140 on tips. So it's going to be a lot cheaper than $1,000. So yeah, that'll be good. Stainless steel double wall tip on a slant. It'll be exactly pretty much what's on the car. if I could work out a way to take the ones off the car and use them, I might even do that, because I'd rather just keep it looking stock but then sound nice. We'll see how we go. And then I said to him, I said, look, if this turns out all right, maybe we'll do later down the track, not now, but later down the track we'll do the rest of the exhaust, and then it'll bolt up to this axle back with the same flange. And that way I'll change the whole exhaust except for the downpipes. I'll keep the downpipes, a cats, resonator and a muffler. So that'll be good. I'm pretty sure you can get mufflers. So instead of the X pipe, you have a muffler, and that's your X pipe. That's where your gases converge into the muffler. So that way you don't have to have two mufflers. So yeah, I'll leave it up to him though. He does it all the time. So I'm going to tell him, look, I don't want it any louder than kind of what it's going to be with the axle back. So I definitely want resonators and mufflers. I don't want it to sound like a fuck. Yeah, that was me putting my hand up and the camera turns off. I'm going to turn that feature off because I don't use it. That's really annoying. So all good. But anyway, so yeah, we'll have an exhaust. He's I think he's just moved house, he said, so he's bit upside down at the moment. So he doesn't have the space to do it at the moment. I said, you know, you can come and do it here, but I understand if you don't want to, because I hate working on other people's cars at their house, because you always need a tool or something like that. And you don't have, it's back here. You got to come back here and get it. And I don't think he's exactly close to my place, so yeah, so I think I'll just wait until he gets his house sorted, and then we'll go there for the day. I'll ask him if he doesn't mind me filming, and we can film a bit, and yeah, that'll be really cool. But I'm glad I still can't believe it that you just chuck some stuff in the sub and it works like that. That's changed it pretty much from me having to spend probably over $1,000 to put a new sub in and get the dealer to turn all that stuff off, which I didn't really want to do. The noise cancelling and that fake engine noise, I didn't really want to muck around with that. This has just kicked it up that one level. Like for a lot of people, that's still not going to be enough, but for me, like I said in the previous video, if I was 20, I would have ripped that out and had two 12s with 2,000 watts in there already by now. But yeah, it doesn't need to happen. Yeah, I'm just thinking to myself while I'm talking, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, I haven't driven it on the road yet, so we'll see what it sounds like on the road. But yeah, and then with the exhaust, that's going to be a different battle, because now you've got a louder exhaust and you've got to kind of balance it. So yeah, look, we'll leave it as is. I'm not going to change that again, but that was pretty impressive from that small modification that cost absolutely $0, and I've probably done us a favour, because now we've got to change those pillows. I've seen on the thing that should have been changed in 2016, but we don't sleep on those pillows. They're just like throw pillows that go on top of the bed. We don't actually use them to sleep on, and they should have been changed in 2016. So yeah, probably done a favour by ripping into that. So all good. I'll stop babbling. I'm going to get this video out today because I've got nothing else to do it's just been raining. I'm also filming the cleaning video for the electric scrubber thing, but it still hasn't rocked up yet, and that's why I've been waiting for. I thought it would have come this morning, but it hasn't yet. So yeah, I'm still waiting for that to come. That's why I got bored. I thought I'd do that, and yeah, got nothing else. It's almost getting to the point where even if it does come today, by the time I charge it, I'm not going to be able to do anything with it anyway. So it'll be a next week job or something like that. We'll see how we go. Yeah, that's all I can say. But anyway, that was a success. I'm still in shock a little bit that actually worked. I was really thinking I'm going to be pulling that sub back out, and like it wouldn't make any difference, and it'd be staying in there, or it'd make it sound worse, and I'd be pulling it out, if that makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, I'm still in shock that actually worked. But anyway, all good. Obviously you're not going to hear the music that I was playing. I'll have to put some other music in, but hopefully you can see the mirror shaking. The center mirror, I don't think the side mirror was shaking, but the center mirror definitely was. So that's that proves that speaker in that door is not what's shaking the side mirror. You know, it is the sub coming through the body and shaking that mirror. Definitely didn't do that before, because that's kind of what my gauge has been, is if it can shake the center mirror, and it didn't before. So yeah, all good. I'll get on to editing, and we'll get this video out for the end of the week. Catch you later.